Hey guys, welcome to another reaction video. So I had fun and I didn't have fun doing the last one, reviewing that BS primal movement system. And someone commented about the Jawzrsize, which I've seen an ad for many times before and been intrigued by it. So I figured, why not do a reaction to this one? I've actually caught it. So I was going to play a video and the ad came up for it. So I've paused it and captured it because sometimes it can be hard to re-find an ad. Well, I found that with the Primal Fitness thing. So we've got it lined up to play. I can see it goes 1:50, so you're not going to be stuck here for 48 minutes like the last one. Just before we get into it, this is kind of a cool way to finish off the week. I just finished my 5th week of training, gymnastics strength training, in a series exclusive to my Patreon called Rebuild, where I'm basically building back all the muscle and strength that I lost when I exclusively trained for a marathon. And the idea behind the Patreon is to show you behind the scenes what I'm doing each week. And it's things that honestly you could do. You could scale it to your difficulty and do the same. And I guarantee you'll find results as well. It's not like the Tap Brothers primal movement system where there's a bunch of bullshit to sift through. If you join the Patreon page that I've put up, link is in the description, you can follow this stuff. It's basic. It's not that complex. If you have questions, I'll answer them. And you can follow it along and see gains for yourself while watching me grow back to what I was. So that's enough of that. Let's get into this Jawzrsize ad. I've caught you.
Didn't really understand what the benefits would be, but I had seen some before and after pictures on the website and thought to myself, you know what, I'm 48 years old, my face is starting to look a little bit aged, wouldn't hurt to try. So after 30 days, I could not believe my before and after.
So already, this draws parallels to the Patreon page. So changes in 30 days. Automatically that gives you the shivers when we're looking at a targeted ad talking about results. 30 days. Let me just preface this with saying that I've seen the ad before. I don't know if I've watched this all the way through. And you see these before and afters. We're going to see what the actual exercise is in a moment. So if you've not seen it, brace yourselves for that. But let me just say that I don't find this to be total bullshit, exercising your jaw muscles. Now, I know that might be controversial, but given my training is all about functional training, making your body better at doing things and improving your body as a whole, your jaw is a muscle as well. And when you think of all different types of training, it doesn't address the jaw. Now, I know that the kickback from that is that we eat. So we're always chewing. Just like with our calves, if we're walking, we're always using the calf. So we are always using the jaw, which is why is there an actual thing here? And I have read that in Western diets, foods are, if you're eating a lot of processed food, like think McDonald's and that kind of thing, it's all soft. So there is potential for there to be a trend out there for having weaker jaw muscles because they're not challenged when we're eating. There's no crunchy foods, or there's a lack of crunchy foods in there like there used to be. And I don't mean like potato chips. I mean like carrot, raw carrot, celery, that kind of thing. So let's just see how gimmicky this gets.
After picture, I literally rolled back the hands of.
So you can definitely see he's got the mumps. No, you can see a change there. And his before and after photo is more consistent than the one I've just put up.
Time, 10 years. And the best way I can explain this product is it's like something you've never experienced. You have about 40 pounds of resistance.
Where are you, by the way? Are you in Hawaii?
Right there. Now I'm pushing that down as hard as I can.
Does that make you skeptical? He's in Hawaii pushing this product.
But when I put it in my mouth and exercise,
and that's just the defining moment of the ad, isn't it? I've seen changes in my health and fitness, and when I put it in my mouth, what are you doing? Anyone foreign to this is the jaw drop moment of the ad. Noshing on cock.
my jaw can handle that kind of pressure no problem. So what I discovered is that after using this product, after maybe 100 or 200 reps, all of a sudden I feel all this blood flow coming into my face, into my scalp. And a couple things happened. Number one, I felt a lot more awake and energized. It was a great...
See, this is where I don't have a problem. So like I was saying, eating more crunchy foods like carrots, celery, and just chewing more is giving your jaw that exercise and nourishment to the jaw muscles that it kind of needs. And the Western diet can lack that crunch. The other thing is, this is specific. So you don't need to be eating all these raw foods like vegetables and stuff that are crunchy if you have this device. And because of the way it's designed, you put it in your mouth and it's the same quality. Like with a carrot, you're obviously crunching it more and more as you chew it, and then it's enough to digest. It's become that bolus, and then you can swallow it, and voila, you've eaten. This thing is a specific amount of force each time. So now you're introducing the element of measurement. You're able to have a consistent force for the jaw, so you can then start to measure it in terms of reps and sets. Again, just open the mind to the fact this seems silly only because it's not been done before. Yes, the criticism is going to be, well, there's a reason we don't necessarily have to focus on this kind of thing. And this is probably where the criticism is coming from, is this necessary to have a specific device targeted at mainstream population? And I'm predicting they're going to be going in depth about, I felt better, stress was reduced, I lost weight. That's when it's going off the deep end. But there is something to the fact that in the Western diet, we eat mushy foods that don't challenge the jaw muscles. This introduces an exercise tool for the jaw muscles that allows you to measure the effort. Measure the effort that you're putting in, and you can then break that down into sets and reps and work on your jaw. So let's just play on.
Stress reliever, but if it wasn't for the before and after picture, I probably wouldn't have totally...
What? So another red flag is big-titted fitness models are demonstrating it. I'm hooked. It looks like they're at a fitness expo.
Seen the dramatic change that happened in my face. So Brandon was nice enough to take... I live here on Maui with Brandon. He was nice enough to...
Maui. That's Hawaii. I've never even been. How do I know this? I think just the landscape. Anyway, what was I going to say? That's right. The other thing to note is, because we're open-minded here in this reaction, is I do recall that guy who was just showing the fitness-looking model lady, the thing. I think he is the founder, and he invented the nosh ball because he had a devastating injury and needed to rehab the jaw. This is where this thing would be great. Like if someone had a catastrophic jaw injury and just ruined it. They obviously couldn't even start with this, but this kind of tool would be a good thing for rehabilitation for the jaw, definitely.
To take a before picture, and then about 30 days later we took an after picture, and the results are absolutely amazing. So what I believe he has stumbled upon here is a massive discovery. If you think about it, there's a piece of fitness equipment for every other part of your body, right? And why isn't there one yet for the face?
Because you look like you're noshing cock when you do it, that's why. So there's definitely something to it. Good for rehab. We work every other part of the body. Why not this? Well, because we can probably work it by eating raw vegetables, you know, like carrot, celery and stuff. Chewing more is what will do it. You don't need to buy a certain tool that makes you look, that will make everyone give you sideways glances while you use it. And what was the other reason? Rehabilitation, we can do it from the diet. But it allows us to measure the effort. But in 30 days, I did that. Do we care? To me, what I care about is something that is effective and helps the body, helps it to improve. 30 days, 1 year, a lifetime, it doesn't really matter. That's when it starts to become gimmicky here. In 30 days, chewing a rubber ball, this or that, it doesn't matter. Let's just hear of the effects. And so far, apart from what I've already said, are they honing in on the aesthetics side?
And now that there is, it totally makes sense. When you work something out, you bring in blood.
Imagine seeing that in the gym. What would you think?
You bring in blood flow, you strengthen.
He's definitely got the gym to himself right now.
Things over time, collagen, reproduction drops, things start to sag. This device, because of the activation, the 40 pounds of resistance, all of a sudden creates a fit face. And I believe
a fit face,
that it's going to revolutionize fitness and beauty and the way that we think about staying in shape. So
okay, so it's about to end, so
aloha, Brandon, thank you so much for inventing an amazing product.
So that's it. That's the ad. Again, I'm making fun of it because it's easy to make fun of. It's a funny looking thing. I think that there is something to having a tool for your jaw, but I think it's mainly going to be in the realm of rehab. I think that there's definitely something to the aesthetics side. I think that some people could, maybe even I could benefit from it. Should I do a 30-day for the Jawzrsize and just see what we think? Let me know. If this gets 1,000 likes, I will try the Jawzrsize for 30 days. There's definitely something to it. Looks ridiculous. Might be my opinion is that's an exaggeration to say that it's going to revolutionize the fitness industry. It's one thing for one specific part of the body that is not really involved in fitness. You know, you don't need a jaw to defend yourself. You don't need a jaw to, unless you're giving a BJ at gunpoint, then, yeah. You don't need a jaw to do Olympic lifting, gymnastics. You don't need it for that stuff. It seems like it has a specific reason for potential benefit to a niche desire within your fitness life. So that's the reaction. 1,000 likes if you want me to give the Jawzrsize a go for 30 days. But I think don't get too swept up in how ridiculous it is and overlook the fact that there may be potential benefits there. How often do you chew crunchy, fibrous food. Consider that. This was an unexpected opinion from the functional fitness man. Yeah, subscribe if you want to see more of these type of videos. Don't forget to check out the Patreon to see how I'm rebuilding my physique from scratch. And I'll see you for the next video.